Yo, what's up, my YouTube and Instagram family? It's your boy Roberto checking in with another conspiracy video, guys. So, a lot been going on lately in the news, as you know. Trump does have tested positive for COVID-19, but it is going around saying that Trump may have had COVID-19 at the presidential debate versus Joe Biden. Reason being, Trump was not able to get tested for COVID-19 that day because the test arrived late, or either they arrived late, something of that sort. So they weren't able to get tested for COVID-19. Also, during the debate, they say Trump was doing a lot of coughing. He looked very fatigued and things of that sort. And they're trying to say the Trump administration knew he tested positive before they even got to the presidential debate. But because they wanted to do the debate, they ignored his positive test results and still did the debate. Now, if this is very true, and if it is, it will come out. I'm very disappointed in the Trump administration and his team. That's just reckless. You're risking a lot. You're risking Vice President Joe Biden's health, Chris Wallace, the moderator, along with Trump's family, friends, and everybody else that was there. It's unacceptable. Because, and the reason that a lot of people would believe this is because we know how Trump and his administration is. You know, they'll do whatever they can to gain votes or to ignore, CDC guidelines, or they feel like they're above the law. They feel like they're above the law. Even as sitting there, the president's family, the first family, sitting at the debate, they did not wear any mask. No mask at all. And the Cleveland rules were that people had to wear masks. Only people that didn't have to was President Trump, Vice President Biden, and the moderator, Chris Wallace. But Trump's family did not want to abide by those rules. And then you have comes out a couple days later that Trump has COVID-19. And now they're saying that he had it before the debate, but didn't tell anybody because he wanted to go on with the debate. Knew if he said something, the debate would have been canceled, which is a very reckless act. I will hope the president wouldn't do that. So I'm going to take in my head that, maybe, he didn't do that. He didn't have it. He found out afterwards. But if you watch, they say Trump looked very fatigued. He had a little cough and just, small things. He showed his mild symptoms then. But we really don't actually know how long he had it because he did not test that day at the debate. And what a coincidence that they don't test the day of the debate. Something's not right. But we got to wake up. We can't continue to allow them to fool us with these tactics. I'm amazed because his family's been very, very, disobedient to the rules. They don't care about the rules or the laws of the government or the laws of the state. They follow their own set of rules, and that's not fair. Because if you're supposed to be a leader, we should be able to follow the leader. And at this moment in time, they're not doing a very good job of leading. They're doing as they please. This is what happens when you have powerful billionaire people that feel like they're above the law. It just doesn't add up. It's crazy. But there are some very powerful people out there in the world that feel like they're above the law and they're above everything else. And that shows how much the president's family feel like they're better than everybody. They expect us to do stuff that they don't want to do. They expect us to do stuff and they feel like they don't have to do. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. The president and his family will not change for anybody. They don't care about the virus or nothing. It's October, another tough month, guys. Another tough month. But this is just the start of it. And I'm hearing rumors that the president is much sicker, and he, like I said, he been had it, and his symptoms got worse, and that's why he ended up going to the hospital, because his symptoms didn't. He was already trying to quarantine or do whatever to get rid of it, but it got worse. They been knew the president had it. His symptoms got worse, and that's why he checked into the Walter Reed Hospital. And if he doesn't get any better, he'll have to, at some point, you know, he's gonna have to voluntarily transfer his powers over to Mike Pence temporarily. As of right now, the Republicans are pressuring Mike Pence to take over the leadership role and start making moves right now, doing things for Trump while Trump is in the hospital. Now, Trump could easily be released from the hospital tomorrow, because they say they were looking at Monday as a date for him to get released. You never know. He could be getting released tomorrow, just like I said. But they're also making it so that Mike Pence should prepare to, you know, take control of power just in case something happens. That right there is a red flag to me. And the reason being that they are really pressuring Mike Pence because of, you know, and if something happens to Trump, Mike Pence takes over, and something happens to Mike Pence, you guys know who takes over the presidency? Nancy Pelosi. She is the third in line behind the president and the vice president. The next highest ranking person is the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. And they would have a heart attack if she took over the White House. They would be terrified. But how things are looking, it may happen. Because if Mike Pence was to get COVID-19 along with Trump, and they were both out of commission for a certain period of time, Nancy Pelosi would take over the leadership role and be the president of the United States. And that is their biggest fear. Guys, things are finna get wild. Be prepared for a wild week this week. We're gonna see a lot in the news, and there's gonna be some big distractions coming up this week, guys. Just stay woke, and I'll talk to you guys later.